Welcome to the 31st podcast.
Welcome to the 31st podcast.
Adele's back this time, and there's no William.
There's no William.
I mean, what am I talking about? Last week's did have Adele. Just Adele must have had a cold or something because her voice was very deep. You know?
Yes, I transformed. That's
Clearly.
I Freaky Friday for a day with William, and then, I'm back to normal.
Yep.
It happens sometimes. Shh. We're not replacing people.
Normal behavior. Everyone has that once in a while. Will they just become someone else?
Yeah, you can relate. I can relate. So, what did you guys get up to?
I mean, in the podcast, which you can see, or in general?
In the podcast, or in general, whatever.
Because you can go look at the podcasts. If you want to see what we got up to, go back to last week.
You guys were...
There's a playlist on the channel that will have it. Yeah, I didn't really do much.
That's fine.
I haven't been doing much with William. I've been doing things. I've been busy, but just not with life.
Oh, busy? What have you been busy with?
The reason why I couldn't really record this weekend, or last weekend, this week, well, the weekend that I had to record with William because you wouldn't respond, was because when you were around and had Wi-Fi, I was at a convention. So that didn't really work. Yeah.
Expo again?
No, like a Bible convention.
They had that again. An expo again. I don't know what the frick they're doing, because it seems like they just had it, right?
They did. But yeah, one of my friends went to that.
I don't know. It's getting worse, I think, because it's getting more expensive.
We'll go to the free one when it comes.
Yeah, the free one, Bandcamp.
That one's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, except you don't have to pay, except for the stuff you're buying.
And it's smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a Bible convention, so very different than Fan Expo. A lot less cosplay.
Was there still, though?
There was no cosplay.
1 second.
Or maybe a conference is a better word? I don't know. You sat and listened to speakers talk about the Bible. That's what it was. It was the Apologetics Conference of 2019. Are you still there?
I had to talk to my mom for a second, but I'm back now. How the Bible convention? Did you get any Bible merchandise?
I did not buy any Bible merchandise.
Are they selling it?
They were selling books. They always sell books.
Action Bible?
No, it was... Because it was... I don't know if you heard this, but it was the Apologetics Conference, so it was not that... It's not really a convention. That's just what came to mind, but it was a conference. It's the big one. It's the Canada Apologetics Conference. It's the big one.
Wow. Anything to say about it?
I don't know.
A lot of people?
There was a lot of people, yes. I was with 43 of my classmates.
Is that why you went? Because it was a school thing?
It was mandatory for the class I was in.
Bible class?
Mm-hmm.
This is different, but it is still a trip. A lot of the people in my school are...
It's not a trip.
Going on a bus.
Who went on a bus?
You went in a bus or a car or something to get there.
Yes, with my mom in the morning.
It was obligatory, even though it was out of school, not school affiliated?
It was school affiliated. It's
Your mom drove you.
Yeah, why would you just have to drop us off at the location? It's not like it's that difficult.
I guess school kind of does that too.
Yeah.
You just don't have a lot. It's basically just get here at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever way you want.
Mm-hmm. They're not gonna run the buses on a Saturday.
But then people who don't have a car can't get there, though.
But, like, it's grade 12ers. No one had that problem. If you have that problem, you can ask around, but...
That's true. You can carpool.
Yeah. Most kids did carpool, but Mom was going to the conference, too, so...
Did you have friends there, at least?
Yeah. I had some friends. We talked a bunch.
So you basically just hung out and just happened to be at this conference.
No, because you have to listen to speakers and take notes. The notes are mandatory. You have to hand in your notes. And you can't really talk. It's rude to talk when someone's speaking.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. That's rude.
Yeah. You learn anything? What was it about?
This year, it's always apologetics. Do you know what apologetics is?
I know what the word means.
So then you kind of know what it is?
Just saying you're sorry?
No, not apology. Apologetics. It's defending what you believe.
Describe someone. You're very apologetic. You're saying you're apologizing. That's what I said.
No, that's not what it is. It's being able to defend what you believe.
Oh, I guess it also means that.
In this case, yes, that's what it means.
Oh, it's trying to make your strength and like your Christianity and like have arguments for people and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. So this time, usually there's a lot of science, and that's what I enjoy. But this time it was just politics. So.
Yeah.
Whatever. They wanted to talk
cover
about...
all sides.
There was no because you have about 12 options of different talks you can go to. You can go to 2 of them, and usually there's some like science ones and whatever. There's just all these like I went to the robots one, but like that was the closest there was to science. There was none. Like usually there's some like actual science people that they bring out because this is a big conference, so they can get some like heavy hitters. But they didn't have any science people. There was just the artificial intelligence one.
What did they have to say about robots? Like Siri and stuff?
No, like artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Like what counts as artificial intelligence? What counts as if we do make AI, should it have rights? All those things. That's an important discussion.
You're talking about robot politics, but it's important. Not so much right now, though.
But like in the future, there's a robot with citizenship. It's definitely already a topic. Like,
what's your stance on robot rights?
No. Man.
There's none.
But like, I don't know what the answer is. But like, smart people need to figure it out. I'm just not that smart.
They gotta think. They gotta use their brains.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's different people. I enjoyed the talk because it was both Friday and Saturday. And the Friday evening, it was just one panel discussion. And I enjoyed that you could tell that 2 of the panelists were friends because they kept teasing each other.
Well, there was like a little bit of entertainment there. That's cool.
Yeah. It's because one's a Calvinist and one's a Catholic. And those are very different forms of Christianity. So they were just bugging each other about it. Slightly. And then there was another lady on the panel, but she didn't like ever talk, which is, and when she did, she thought about it for like a minute, and that makes sense because she's a politician. So
yeah,
you gotta be very careful with your words when you're a politician.
It's true. They might take it out of context or something.
Yeah, exactly. She's a member of parliament in Canada, so.
Like in Victoria?
No, like, Ontario. As I said, this conference doesn't get small people. It's a big conference. They get important people.
Yes.
Not that she's...
Because, you know, they're the people you want to listen to.
Mm-hmm. She's the head of her department or whatever.
Yes.
She was supposed to be, like, the head of women's something or other. But then she's a member of the Conservative Party. But then the Liberal Party just walked out and went, we will not support this nomination. And so that was history making. And so, yeah.
So yeah.
So she didn't get to be leader of that bit. But she's still leader of her own thing.
Alright. Politics.
Yep.
Eh.
But yeah, went to that. It was fine.
That's cool. Horrible. You got to hear some people talk. Maybe they said some things that'll stick with you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
You're like doubtful.
They said some things. So, it was fine. There was interesting things in it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wrote notes and I no longer have those notes and I want my notebook back.
Yeah, you have to use your own personal notebook for this? I mean, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. He would give you a notebook if you wanted one. I just didn't want one because if it's I'm going to be writing on my lap. I want a hardcover notebook.
Yeah? What type of notebook do you use?
I have a bunch of notebooks because I like notebooks.
Like, do you have like spiral bound ones or?
The one I was using wasn't a spiral bound, but I do have some spiral bound. I like the aesthetic of not spiral bound ones, so I have more of those. But
the spiral bound ones are more practical.
Yeah.
I really don't have much of the other ones, like hardcovers.
But I like hardcovers. Even if it's spiral bound, it can still be hardcover.
Yeah, of course.
But I always go for hardcovers because then you can write on your lap. Which is what I use notebooks for.
A lot of people do. Like when you're drawing or writing, like
you need
just casual.
Yeah. All of my sketchbooks, anything I draw on has to be spiral.
Yeah, of course.
So that just makes sense.
It's so annoying when you're drawing and like the left side of the paper just keeps coming and hitting your hand.
Yeah, exactly. Every year for the past 4 years, I've bought the same notebook from the same sketchbook from my teacher. The black spiral bound ones. Because there's red spiral bound, there's black spiral bound, and then there's the, spine ones. And the spine ones are more durable. I always screw up the spirals. Because I'm kind of rough on my sketchbooks. But, yeah.
I broke one of those lately, and like, the spiral thing is just like coming apart and like pages are slowly falling out.
I just completely
I threw it in my backpack.
I had a spiral bound textbook for physics class and I destroyed the spiral in the first week and it was such a pain in the ass for the rest of the class. But I'm done with it now, so I recycled it because it was 600 pages.
Did you buy it yourself?
No, it was the school gave us, but it was spiral bound because it was just a whole bunch of printed off pages. It's this free textbook thing because there was one like professor or teacher or whatever that went, this physics textbook is terrible. Why would I use this? So he made his own, and then he put it out as like a PDF for free.
That's cool.
And so that's what my school uses. And it's a really good textbook.
That's good. I think, in my school, the science courses are, like, kind of all over the place. Mm-hmm. They're teaching either. And pretty much everyone can agree that, like, the biology teacher just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. I had that last year with the chemistry teacher, but that's why he got fired immediately. He didn't actually get fired, but I'm pretty sure the school went, we strongly suggest you should leave. And he did.
Please leave.
Please leave.
What do you have this semester?
This semester, what classes do I have?
Yeah.
I have chemistry, Bible, art, and English.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
You're good at chemistry. And you have a good teacher now, right?
Yeah, I really like him. He's one of my favorites.
That's
So,
cool.
yesterday I had a substitute, and it's funny because that teacher that subbed for us has taught both William and my mother.
Oh my god.
And he was in the same class as one of my aunts.
Yeah, so is he like one of those people who graduated from the high school and now he works there?
He did, and then he left. He retired.
Oh yeah? That's probably good because he's getting old, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was a good time for him to retire. So yeah. He retired, and now he just substitutes once in a while.
Oh, he's still teaching though.
Yeah, as a sub, because he's a good science sub. And I find most of the retired teachers from my school, if they're retired, they come back and sub.
That's cool. At least they have a position, like, you know.
Yeah. It's not a position if you're subbing, really.
Yeah.
But they're bored. The schools, told the school, yeah, sure, we can sub.
And also, like, they're probably good teachers.
Yeah. The school likes them. They were with the school for, like, 30 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I find her kind of crappy.
Mm.
Pretty crappy that they're probably better than the teacher.
But yeah. My school has usually the teachers stay for a long time.
Yeah, that's with most schools.
Yeah. It's kind of, my mom jokes it's a coveted position, which is true for the Christian schools. They pay quite well.
I think that's true for all schools.
No, but like, there's
system.
multiple Christian schools, but the most of them don't pay very well.
Yeah, I guess yours pays well too.
Mm-hmm.
I know that my mom wants to work in the school system, because it's just a long time.
Yeah, the school system is different than the Christian school system. They're totally separate.
You still get the position for a long time, though. That's the premise.
Yeah, if you don't give it up, but you're allowed to give it up, and the school can make you leave if they don't like you. With the Christian school system, it's not so true with the public school. It's more difficult to get rid of a teacher, but my school generally doesn't.
That's good that your school has that at least.
But yeah, it's the same for the students. People don't leave my school. It's like, no one leaves. They just stay there forever. Like, half of the teachers went to school at our school. And about 80% of the kids' parents went to our school. You don't leave.
Must be hard to, like, when you're new and you come in late to, like...
It's not too bad. I did that.
I found that at my old school. Like, a lot of them knew each other since, like, 4th grade or something.
Yeah, our school's known each other since kindergarten or preschool. But I didn't find it that bad to come join in. And it seems like most of the new kids automatically have friends within the first couple months.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cool.
It's not that bad for... Especially high school, it's not that bad. I don't know about middle school. I never went to middle school there.
Yeah.
Apparently it's a lot worse in middle school. Which makes sense. Middle schoolers suck.
They kind of do. I was sitting with some today when I was eating lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, swearing so much.
Yep. Middle schoolers are the greatest. Either our grade 9s are kind of in that intermediate area where it's like, yeah. But, like, all high schoolers aren't great either, but they're better than middle schoolers. But I might be biased.
It just depends on the people, honestly.
This is true. Our grade 9 year at the moment is kind of shit.
I know, it's just mostly our grade 8 year, and that's kind of whack.
Mm-hmm. I know the year ahead of my grade was bad, and the grade 9 year this year is not great. And our grade keeps getting complimented on how many great leaders we have.
I don't know. My class, I kind of just, it sucks in a way. Samey, like, not very interesting.
Yeah.
I guess it's the case, though. They're nice enough, though, so that's all that matters, really. I'll be nice to you.
Yeah, that's good. That's the problem with our grade 9 year. They're not very nice to each other.
Yeah. Do you have any fights or anything?
Not that I kind of don't go near them, but, like, they're just generally... I have one friend in grade 9, and she has no friends in grade 9 because they all are mean to her. So
why you're friends with her?
And because I just kind of started hanging out with her in youth and became her friend. You know of her from when she was
probably.
little. Bethany.
Yeah, the grade 9s, though.
Grade 9s aren't great.
You just hear it secondhand from her.
Yeah, I just avoid them. That's fine.
Yeah. I just avoid that type of thing, that drama thing.
Yeah, I don't like the drama thing.
No. Sometimes it's funny, but I don't like to hear about it, really.
I like to hear about not people I know occasionally, because entertainment purposes.
That is funny, but then when it gets personal, it's just like, do I have to take a side now?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
wanna...
I don't like having to take a side.
Yeah.
And I like to be able to leave it, you know? When it gets personal, you can't just leave. When it's like internet shit, you can just feel like, oh, they're having an argument. Okay, move on. You know?
Yeah.
You can spend 2 minutes... You can spend 2 minutes looking at internet drama, and move on. Real life drama, you have to keep talking about it. And try to deal with it and whatever.
That's true.
Internet drama, you shouldn't get involved.
Because there's just, if you get involved, their fans are probably just gonna come after you or something, which is like so much worse
than
like,
internet drama. What does it matter? They're people, they can deal with it on their own. Yeah, you don't know the whole story. I don't get people who get involved in internet drama, like...
I don't know, they just kind of... They're probably younger than us, and they just kind of, like...
They want to protect the person that they adore.
Also, like, associate themselves with the YouTuber, like...
Yeah, exactly.
They believe in everything they believe or something.
Mm-hmm. And they feel that they're friends with them and whatever. But...
Yeah.
It's like, you don't get the full story from the internet. People aren't going to give their full lives to you. It's not...
School, it's the same.
Yeah. It's not good if they give the full story to you. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
People are having shitty days. Things are happening, you know?
Bless you. For the drama. Dana's gotten sick. Oh, I told you about this, I think, at some point, but there's this thing in my school about the measles.
Oh, yeah. I heard that the Vancouver French school district is having problems with the measles outbreak.
It's just us. And
yeah, I heard from the news. They mentioned that it's just the French schools.
Yeah, it's literally just, like, my school and, like, the elementary schools. And, like, where it spans, but...
Does not... Measles
and, like,
isn't good.
Girl, there's this one girl who, like, can't get a flu shot for some reason or another.
Yeah, because
like, she physically can't.
Immunocompromised. Yeah, that's valid.
Up to Nelson. Oh, as this is going on. That's where her grandparents live, apparently.
Mm. Yeah, it sucks. That's why we have to have a proper herd immunity for people who are immunocompromised.
Yeah, because, like, they're like, the... where you have to have 99% of people vaccinated for it to work.
Yeah, exactly. You can even have less than that, but that takes into account the immunocompromised people and a couple of idiots. But then all these people, it keeps growing the amount of idiots who refuse to get their kids vaccinated.
People just kind of don't think it's important, and I guess, like, to an extent, yeah, I guess it's not important, but with all these, like, idiots who are, like, advocating against it, and, like,
it's the problem is the idiots who are advocating against it. Like, there's a couple that's, like, they're lazy, and that's also a problem. But the bigger problem, we've always had those lazy people, and we've always had a couple people who advocate against it, but it's just getting worse and worse.
There's, like, no argument.
Measles was eradicated. Like...
this disease that, like, was gone, and it was
back. Gone. We got it. We got rid of it from at least the developed world, but apparently not. Nope, that's not good. You gotta be against vaccines, because there's a discredited study from a very, very biased scientist who went, no, vaccines cause autism, and that got discredited. But nope. No, any research that disagrees with that is too biased, and we can't trust it, because we have one study that is from a guy who's totally not biased. He totally had no effect on his research, that he was mad that the vaccine that he created got knocked out because they found a better one, and so they started using that instead of his vaccine. No, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's the other people's fault, not his fault.
The story going around of that a whole bunch of anti-vaxxers did a study to prove vaccines cause autism, and their study proved that vaccines don't cause autism.
Because they don't.
They don't. It has nothing to do with that. Really, it's just because what the connection is that the age that kids start showing the signs of autism it's most commonly caught at 4, and by then you've got a lot. But they feel that it's the vaccines, because you can't see it up until a certain age, and then it starts like showing up, and then they're like, oh, "Hey, that age is after they got this vaccine." And it's like, no, they've had this learning disability the whole time, but they just you can't tell with a baby, because babies don't have much of they're not very skilled, because they haven't learned a lot of things. And so they all kind of act the same, even if they do have a learning disability. And then they get shots. And then they continue growing and learning, and that's when you start to see the difference.
Yeah, I mean, babies get shots, I think,
6 months.
When they're born.
6 months is the earliest.
6 months and 9 months, right?
I believe so, yeah. You can't give it to them immediately.
No, but, like, I know they have to be young still.
But yeah, they start getting them when they're young. They don't have to be, but they should be.
Yeah.
But yeah. It sucks.
It's really funny that, like, we're going backwards like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, anything weird at your school?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Kids are idiots, but kids are idiots everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
We are having the Rubber Chicken Challenge tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm very happy they changed the name back. They've been official.
Like the Clash of the Colors?
I do not like Clash of Colors, but they've been officially calling it.
How did you explain that?
I don't remember. It's been a while. But they've officially changed it back. All the official signage and stuff says Rubber Chicken Challenge, and everyone's very happy.
I have people doing it, and I like that name better.
It's a better name. It makes more sense. Okay, yes. It makes less sense, but it also does make sense.
It makes sense because that's what you win.
You win a rubber chicken, and then you get to paint it in your color. And that's why white can't win, because it's hard to paint over things with white. It actually looks really terrible right now, because it had been black for so many years, and then they just painted over the black, and you can't, I believe it's purple now. It's either purple or blue, but you can't really see.
Wait, they use the same rubber chicken?
Yeah, it's always the same rubber chicken, you just paint over it.
You don't get to keep it?
No.
That sucks.
It just moves from group to group. You just painted your color, and then next year you have to defend your title.
Ooh.
The black team had it for, 5 years in a row.
And then how are you supposed to get, past that so many layers of black paint?
That's the problem. But yeah.
the purple one last year?
I think so. Overall, in the year overall, but not for the rubber chicken challenge, white team won, so we were quite happy. Because our motto for years has been don't get last, and then we won, and that's not last. That's the farthest you can be from last. So we were happy.
You gotta win again so you can paint it again, hell yeah.
But we didn't win rubber chicken challenge.
Aw.
You don't get a trophy for winning overall.
You gotta win rubber chicken challenge.
We probably won't. But we can
That's
try.
the best one. I don't know, what else is there?
There's rubber chicken challenge and there's knockoff sports day. That's not what they call it, but that's what it is. They don't have a name for it. But that's what it is.
How come it's knockoff?
Because it's not track and field.
Well, sports day can be anything.
Oh no, I said sports day. I meant knockoff track and field.
Oh, yeah. It's
rubber
sports
chicken
day.
challenge is more like it is sports day, yeah. But
I miss sports day. I used to have sports day in elementary school.
Yeah, we still got it, but they don't call it that.
Awesome. That's so cool.
I generally don't participate. Yay!
Why not? It's cool.
Because all of their things are sports things, and I'm not good at sports things. I participate in the quiz, and I participate in the human pyramid competition, and I might go for a sword fight, but
that's cool.
Or by sword fight I mean that giant blow up thing, and you stand on the little pedestals with wacky things and hit the other person and try to get them to knock each other off. Stop fencing.
You mean that thing in Wii Sports Resort?
Yes, that thing!
Heck yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was listening to basically a lecture about fencing history today. From one of my online friends was telling another one about fencing history.
Did you learn anything?
I learned that Britain has a really weird fencing history, and that the king, I forget which one, wanted fencing to be solely for the high class, so he made it so only one place could teach it, and so it was only for the high class. So what it became was for the super high class would do fencing, and then there would be dingy back alleyway fencing of Fight Club, but fencing. And those are the two kind of fencings there were.
So is there still kind of a split between those two?
I don't think so.
Fencing and then more of a...
But it's only really... Now fencing's only really in prep schools and whatever. And apparently Britain doesn't do very good in the Olympics in fencing. Fencing guy knows a lot about fencing.
That's his name now?
Yeah, none of his name in Discord is just a fraction. So we all just call him fencing guy.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. He fences. He's a professional fencer.
I want to do fencing. Fencing sounds fun. I should text him. Teach me how to fence via Discord.
That would go real well. You need the equipment first. Or find a place you can borrow the equipment from.
Yeah. Probably a community center or something.
If they have fencing. Not many do.
Yeah. It's not very popular here. I don't know anyone who does fencing.
But yeah. Fencing.
Anyway, dude, I want to tell you about sports day.
Tell me about sports day.
6th grade, 5th grade, we did this thing with the big pants challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really big pants that would fit 2 people, and you had to share pants and run to the other side.
That sounds great.
They were big yoga pants that were with the size of a watermelon on each leg.
That's great.
Did that a lot.
Back in sports day and back in middle school, elementary school, we always had a lot of fun because they put the siblings on the different teams. There's only 2 teams, but they tried to split them up.
Yeah.
And so they could compete against each other. Then one year, all of a sudden, they decided that they couldn't split up any of the siblings because then the parents wouldn't know who to cheer for. So they put all of the siblings, made sure they were always on the same team as their siblings. And everyone hated it because you couldn't compete against your siblings anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And every year, they had the same games. And one of the games was to take 2 mats and, like, your entire team of people, so quite a few people, or, well, the entire older grade, and a couple younger kids, not all of the younger kids. But you had 2 mats, 2 blue mats, and you had to get all the way across the gym. And we had a big gym.
Oh,
and
something like
no
that
one
too.
could step on the floor, except for usually one, like, bigger kid was allowed to step on the floor to make sure the little ones didn't get hurt. But, yeah. So you had to get, the first group to get across one, and you had like 20 people all on this blue mat trying to get across the gym, which meant you had to have everyone on a single mat, and it was very difficult.
Oh, yeah. It was something like that we did.
But it was fun.
So this thing that was kind of like army training, where we had to like go under the benches.
Ah.
Sort of jumping thing, I don't know. Like, we had to army crawl under benches.
Mm.
It was like we had to jump on the chairs, that was it. That's how, like, improv it is. Like, they're using the school resources to, like, build something,
Yeah, exactly.
Like the benches
my
and
school
the
had
chairs.
sponges to use for it. They had a couple things, cheap things, and, like, a pool floaty and things like that they every year would come out for sports day. And they were
Usually
all colored to what color team it was. You were either on team blue or team red. And every year, my principal, back when I was younger, she ended up leaving because she got married and went off to a different province. But my principal would wear blue and red, like, striped shirt, blue and red pants, and then 1 blue shoe and 1 red shoe, because she had a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
And it was always so she could be
And
on
she's
both
cheering
teams.
them on.
Yeah, and then all of the teachers had their team that they went with.
Man, I really miss sports day. I want to make a sports day.
The thing with sports day is it's mandatory, but a lot of kids just skip it and claim they're sick.
Yeah?
And one year it was on election day, so there was a whole bunch of kids helping with the election, because that was one thing you could do, and then a whole bunch of kids going, I'm helping with the election. I'm totally not going to party and drinking. There's always a lot of parties that have alcohol on sports day.
So you guys still do sports day even though you're older.
It doesn't work so well. Most
I was
kids
thinking
skip.
about that in perspective of like 8th grade, and I'm like, oh, I hope not. Hope not too many of them are doing that. But yeah, literally everyone our age does
When
that.
I was in 9th grade, I got, apparently my grade had, like, half the class was gone to a party, and most of them were drunk or whatever. And I didn't hear about it, because I'm not friends with that group, but...
I'm not really, but I still talk to them, and I hear about it, and I'm like...
Yeah, I hear about it after, but I'm not
honestly.
invited.
Me neither. It makes me feel sick hearing about that type of thing,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's, like, just dumb.
Drinking? Yeah, it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. It's...
I'd rather do sports day.
I enjoy sitting in the stadium, or not the stadium, in the bleachers and chatting with my friends. And usually we'll download like a couple Netflix movies.
Ooh, that
And-
sounds fun. Movie night.
Have a lovely afternoon sitting in the stands and getting tried to convince my teachers to do a relay race. And then not doing a relay race. I did a relay race in grade 9 or 10.
Ooh.
And I
one
died.
of
It
them.
was the 400, 4x400. So I had to run the entire track. And then I couldn't do anything for the rest of the day. Because that was when I was having some issues because I didn't know what was wrong. But it meant I got very fatigued very fast. So I couldn't do anything for the rest of the day. Because I was just so fatigued.
Yeah.
Because my body was shit. Because my iron was too low. And I was
That's
like,
when you got
I guess this
experience.
is just how my body is. But it's not. That's not how my body should be. That's not a good sign. I should have gone to the doctor earlier.
That's true. Getting tuckered out by just doing like one run.
For multiple hours, I was still wheezing when I went home, and that's the first thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's not normal.
That's not good. But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that would be grade 9. And so I didn't think I had any Netflix movies to watch, because I didn't have that many friends. Or I had friends, but most of them didn't show up because they were... Or my closest friends didn't show up because they were legitimately sick.
Oh, yeah? In the summer?
No, that was on sports day, so it's not summer, it's like end fall, so it's close to summer.
Wait, you do sports day at the beginning of the
No,
year?
or I meant it's end spring, so it's close to summer.
Like May?
Yeah, like May. It's
Just
during like Spirit Week.
Last week of school.
So it's part of Spirit Week, and you gotta dress in your colors, and you gotta do this and that. And I feel bad for, like, the, like, red team, because not that many people have, like, red pants, but not many people have white pants either. And everyone just ends up wearing black and blue and things, even though those are both color teams.
I used to have red pants. Well, you can find red pants. You can also find
You can find red pants and you can find white pants, but no one's going to buy anything just for sports day.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to wear white pants. But it's usually really hard to figure out what team everyone's from. Because no one wears their colors. Yeah, okay, like half of people wear their colors.
Just like wear a dang t-shirt.
But not everyone has their colors. So usually the white team has a color, has their all, and the black team has all of theirs. But like...
You should be able to find some sort of like they're not super crazy colors, like purple you can find, red you can find, green you can find.
We don't
like
have
ask
green.
Your dad or your mom or something.
We don't have a green team or a yellow team. I still don't get why there's no green and no yellow, but there is a black and white.
Yeah, that's messed up. I don't like the black and white because they're not colors.
I get it if we already had all the other colors, like the basic ones, but we don't. We have enough other colors to do it. It's also a problem, because that just leaves too many jokes about the white team being racist.
Yeah, in 6th grade I remember that they're still doing that.
Yeah, it's the white team has a rivalry with the black team. It's a problem. Yeah.
I remember being in like 6th grade and I said, oh, it's the black team, and then people telling me, you're racist, Adele, and I'm like, I'm not racist.
It's just a problem. I'm
just trying to describe their team. Why you make fun of it?
Yeah, it's still a thing. Less in like the older grades, but it's definitely still a thing.
Yeah. It's funny that that's like the go-to.
Because it's just, everyone thinks it's dumb, so it's the go-to.
Yeah. It annoys me when people make like really low-hanging jokes like that, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes like I play along like ironically because it's so low-hanging, but like I don't know, it gets old. Even when I was in like 5th grade, I knew it got old. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. The other problem they've been having with the white team is this year they decided to put up on the, like, one of the, like, display cases at the front of the school all the team's colors and, like, thermometer things with their color in them. But it's on white paper. So the white team's just black. And so is the black team. It's just a black pen, because it's on white paper and it's felt pen, so there's no white felt pen. And it's on white paper, so that wouldn't work. And it just kind of like, this is why you use a color, not a shade.
Not a shade. That's not a color. No matter what you think, it's not a color.
It's not a color. That's what you learn. It's like basic color theory. That's not a color.
Yeah. Who's in charge of that? If I'm ever in student council in your school, I'm gonna tell them to change that.
The student council hates it too.
They don't even have power over it. They should push for that next year.
Yeah, it's too much of a ingrained thing. The student council seems to have gotten the Rubber Chicken Challenge name back, so I'm proud of them for that. And after this point, I don't care anymore because I've left.
That's true.
I got my grad hoodie today, so that's fun.
Yeah? Is it cool?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'll have to, like, make sure I don't wear it for anything we're posting online. And then I realized when I got it, I don't have to. There's no identifying things on this.
Doesn't say your school. It kind of defeats the purpose.
Mm-hmm. Want to know all of the writing that's on it? Because I can say all of it on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's either... I've been reading it of grad class of 2016 ACS, but it can also be read as ACS grad class of 2019. I don't know why I said 16.
Yeah,
well, I do. I know why I said 16, because if I'm looking down at it, it looks like a 6.
Yeah.
Or the class is the right way around, because it's upside down. Or it could also be class of 2019 ACS grad, or of 2019 ACS class, or 2019 ACS class of. That's how my mom read it.
Oh, so it's just the acronym.
It's in a circle. That's why I've read it every way. With a little.
And you know what? People don't sign it?
Logo in it. No, there's no names on it. The back just says, "Be bold through Christ," in all caps.
That's so cool, though. I like how people sign it.
We couldn't have them sign it, but usually they have all the names printed out.
Oh, that's lame. The signatures is cool, though. I like that.
There's just too many kids. You can't have 90 signatures on your back. It's just too many. That's true.
I have like 50 kids in my grade, so they might do that. Or they might not have hoodies at all. My school's kind of...
And then on the hood, it says 143. But yeah.
Is that a verse or something?
No, that is a company.
That's the people you don't like very much that were designing the hoodies.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about him, but one of my friends doesn't particularly. I don't know why, but I don't really care. It's like, alright. It's some grade 11 kid. He's the only one. What? Yeah. He's the only one who... They asked everyone for designs, and he's the only one who submitted any.
That's so terrible. I would submit one.
Yeah, no one did, so...
You should have.
I'm not very good at art, nor do I care that much.
But you're buying the hoodies, so you might as well design it yourself.
Nah, I'm good.
At least you're happy with it.
Yeah, it's fine. What I don't like is I don't think the middle thing is centered properly.
Middle thing? I don't have any context of what the sweater looks like.
I will send the picture of the middle thing.
The middle thing?
And I'm wearing it right now, so also me, probably.
Well, if an 11th grader designed it, then maybe it's not the most symmetrical thing.
Come on, phone. There we go. I gotta flip it. And... let's see, how... got a picture. Okay. I will send to you now. But it's also where they bought it from, like they got unisex ones.
Yeah, of course.
And so they just don't fit anyone.
What do you mean? They fit everyone.
No, they don't fit anyone.
T-shirts. Right?
What?
T-shirts, like unisex t-shirts.
No, unisex hoodies. They don't fit anyone.
They're boxy hoodies.
They're,
They fit you,
no, they don't.
Circle things? Probably not centered.
They're, it's too small for me and too big for me at the same time. And every other girl's having the problem. Or, all the ones, or, well, not all of them, but the sleeves are too long for everyone. The sleeves don't fit anyone. I don't know why they're so long.
I just kind of wear clothes that
I know you
sort of
do.
fit me, so I don't care. Like, I think it doesn't matter.
It does and it doesn't. It doesn't for you.
I guess it does for certain people.
It's because I feel like I need a bigger size, but also
then
my entire hand is already covered by the sleeve, and I could fit 2 of my arms in it. And the shoulder starts at about halfway down my, before my elbow, from my shoulder. It's about halfway down. It doesn't fit properly.
I don't know, maybe you can try to, like, tinker with it. Like, have you been trying to sew again?
Not really, and I'm not gonna mess with it. That would go badly. I sent you a picture of it, but I just noticed that the stringy thing got in my way, so it's not a very good picture.
I see it, though. Like, it's not aligned with the neck piece.
It's not. It's just off.
Yeah, it's just totally off.
And I'm not sure how this has happened.
They're just, I don't know, they just wanted to get it done. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I'm annoyed with. And the fact that the Be Bold Through Christ on the back is curved for some reason. But it's not aligned with anything.
This schmuck in grade 11 designed it. Who the heck even is he? It wasn't like even I thought it was a professional designer at first, but no, it's just like some kid.
No, it was a grade 11. He just has a sweater company. He designs sweaters.
Yeah, I remember in my old school there was a kid in like grade 12 who did that.
He's not necessarily the best at it, but he does it. I wouldn't buy any of his things.
I want to work for him though.
But yeah. It's not centered. I don't know why.
Well,
but yeah. It is what it is.
My school. I think it's cool to have a sweater from like a school I don't go to, so.
You'd buy just a grad hoodie from a school you don't go to?
I might buy the hoodie for the school next to us.
Are you allowed to do that?
I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know anyone who goes there.
Though if you want, I can, when they have the end of the school year sale, I can totally get you some, like, merch from my school. Because every year at the end of the year, they sell t-shirts for, like, $1 because they need to get rid of them.
That'd be cool. I want a t-shirt for your school.
Alright.
And it's, like, far away, like, no one knows of your school. It's cool.
It's just the Knights merch. Knights is a pretty common one, so you could just pretend for some other school.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll totally get you a jersey from my school. It's not really a jersey, but it's like a t-shirt that's for the sports team, because that's all they got. That's all my school cares about. Sports.
Yeah, my school too, I think. All we have is sports, really.
They may get an invitation from Disney every year to come play, because our band is really good, but the school doesn't care. Other than the band kids care, of course. But the school entirety doesn't care. Our band, we're well known for our band program and our drama program because they are really good. And the teachers who are in charge of it care and do a good job. But the school in general doesn't really care.
My school, they have, like, such a small, weak music program. All the art programs are pretty weak in my school, except for the art one, kinda. But the teacher's weird, too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, everyone was so mad at the end of the year last year. They have a highlight video of all the most important things in the year. Guess what was on it?
Sports. Soccer.
Sports. It was about 15 minutes long. There was sports and 3 pictures of the main stage production of drama.
Oh,
the one that sold out every night.
That really sucks.
There was, out of their, 6 shows of it, there was one night that didn't sell out, and there was 2 spots open in the entire thing. So for 6 nights, with, over 100 seats each night, there was 2 spots that didn't sell.
Which one did I go see?
You went and saw mine. So that was not the main stage, that was the other one. They had 0 pictures of that, and they had 0 pictures of the band team, who gets to go on, these massive trips because they're quite renowned.
I even kind of know about them. We went to visit them.
But yeah, it's...
They're apparently so renowned.
They're good. But yeah, the school doesn't necessarily care about them. They care about the fact that the sports team got to provincials a lot. Because they do. Our sports teams are really good. They just...
But it's still, the biggest focus of the school.
It is. Our sports our sports teams are the lowest rank because there's AAA, single A, or double A, and single A, I guess. I don't know. And we are AAA because we're a small school, And so you can't really compare a school with about 100 people to a school with a couple thousand, you know? Our school has 300 people, but it doesn't work out. You can't just put all schools together. It's not the same playing field, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So they have like 3 different
Same with my
divisions.
school, I guess. It's better.
Yeah. Alright. Guess what time it is?
Finish time?
Quiz time!
Time to go to Finland.
Time to go to the quiz.
Bus time.
Quiz time.
I am
Bus time. Yes, you're right. I didn't realize what you meant.
happy.
The other quiz I have up that I never mentioned to you because it was actually boring when I clicked on it is just train quizzes.
Train quizzes.
Okay,
Next
what bus
time.
do you belong in? What section? You choose multiple. Band, progression, color guard, or none?
None. Okay, what? Color guard? What's that?
I'm just gonna do none.
I'm gonna do band.
How loud are you? Ah!
4.
Forte, mezzo, forte.
Piano, clarinets play louder. So this is a music bus.
Okay, I am heavily confused.
Clarinet. Look, memes. Omae mo shinderu.
I'm gonna go with reported.
Me too, I'm gonna say reported. No memes allowed.
Maltesers.
What? Is that alcohol?
No, that's a type of candy.
I want one. I'm gonna say yeah, boy.
I'm gonna go with Maltesers in all caps. Who?
James, Izzy, Art, Loera. Don't make me choose. That one person, that's what I'm gonna say.
I'm going with that one person too. Free time?
Where? I sleep. Books, homework, video games, TV, listening to music. Not committing crimes.
I'm gonna go with not committing crimes, because that's an accurate thing of what I do.
That's also what I do. High five.
What's your house?
What was mine? Ravenclaw?
I think so.
House?
You can also go with house. I'm going with Hufflepuff, obviously.
I went with Ravenclaw.
What's your humor, or like...
I'll laugh at everything. Cheesy jokes. Morbid. Irony. Anti-joke. Self-deprecating. Ooh, dick. What's humor? I've never laughed in my entire life.
I like self-deprecating, anti, and morbid.
I really don't like self-deprecating jokes anymore, but morbid can be okay.
Hey, I'm gonna go with morbid. Jokes. I'm on bus 1. Decently quiet bus that breaks down on almost every competition.
No, we got the same one. We have to take it again.
No, we just either both get a point or... No, we go check the other answers. We were going for drive.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
We were going for drive. How many drive did you get?
1 drive.
I got 3 drive.
Oh! Yeah, we were going for drive, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either. This is the winner. She drives.
I drive.
Bus 1.
I drive bus 1, yes.
We're on the same bus, but Dana drives, you know?
Yes, that's how that works. Clearly.
I play the clarinet on the bus and she drives.
Driving.
Thank you. That's a good mental image to end on, I think.
Alright. Bye, everyone. That was a very short quiz. It took us 3 minutes.
We might not even be in an hour.
We're not. But I will make it an hour just with a really long end card. So, bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.